Good evening, everyone, and welcome to GrayManPrepping. This is Gil, and how are you doing this evening here? All righty, it's time for Tactical Tuesday, where we talk tactics, gear, and more, and we'll be covering probably all three because tonight's topic is off-grid laundry. All right, how's everybody doing out there? Yes, wrong way. Yeah, we're doing laundry. Okay, so let me get over here and say hi to everybody. I've got a few more people came in, so let's go up to the top. First one in was Walt Rogers, then Mark at Mad Chick Acres, and he's doing 28 pints of split pea and ham soup. Let's see, then Phelan Klein Wolf came in. CR is here, Creative Redundancy. And of course, Mark's going to be cooking in the side chat, and they're going to be firing puns back and forth at each other. Jackie Geeky Gardens is here. Tammy Harder is here. Gene Sims here. And Shady Hill Homestead's here. Utah Mike, Kaylin Strain. Scrolling down, Happy Mac is here. Diana 2 is here. Sue Me is here. Happy, ooh, something I know about. Suzanne Gallet is here. Did I say Tammy Harder before? I think I did. Yeah, Tammy Harder's here. Everyone talking back and forth. All right. I think I've caught up. All righty. So tonight's topic, I could have gone several different ways, so I'm going to try to be the scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz and go, well, that way. So I'm going to try to cover everything, and hopefully everything will make sense to everybody. But first, I'm going to get a drink of water. I got four 30-pound propane tanks filled up, and I got the little stove thing back in the kitchen there, boiling water, getting the humidity back up. Let's see, it's up to 38 now. Yay! So I should be sleeping better at night. All right, I'm just keeping an eye on the side chat here. All righty, so tonight, off-grid laundry. I remember this picture here with my, it looks like my grandmother doing it when I was a little kid. But off-grid, are you off-grid by choice or by event? If you're off-grid by choice, that means you've got stuff set up, you figured out how you're going to be doing it all the time. By event, something's happened. Power grid went down for a while. Water's going to be another issue we got to talk about in here. Earthquake, firestorms, hurricanes, tornadoes. Something is keeping you from washing the clothes the way you normally do. And so we're going to look at several things here as we get going along here. Come on, there we go. But first thing is, if you don't have power, do you have water? Because sometimes when the power goes out, the water goes out too. And we just switch here. So where I am here, we're on well water for the city. The city has several wells, and they got pumps that pump 20 gallons and 20 gallons a minute, 30 gallons a minute, 120 somehow, or 60 and 120. Yeah, they got several pumps. The 100 something gallons a minute is the one when there's a fire, and they hook up, the fire truck hooks up to the hydrant, and they start drawing water, and the system under goes, oh, okay, we got a fire, and automatically kicks in the other pump. Of course, then everybody winds up with good water pressure while the fire's going on. because it just pumps up the heck out of it. But if the power grid was to go out here, that means we go on diesel generators for the wells, but that only lasts so long. The city really hasn't gotten a big 500-gallon tank. They got several 5-gallon cans. They haven't gotten a big tank to do it. And right now, what they do with the 5-gallon cans, when they do testing and stuff, they run, dump a 5-gallon can into the generator, run the generator till it's almost empty, and then they complete their test, and then they fill up the 5-gallon can again and put it at the end of the line. So they rotate through the fuel that way. Being water broke and you're poor. Been there, done that. Yeah. Fortunately here, actually, I got it right here. In fact, I got the city's news. I got the newsletter from the city. That's the State Farm one. Sorry. Where's the newsletter from the city? It's in here. Got stuff here. And come on, where is the... I took the other one back because I went to photo it for my wife. So basically, our utilities here for here's $130. That includes garbage pickup. That includes the sewer fee for maintaining the sewer system and the sewer treatment and everything else, and water. Well, water isn't by gallon. It's by however much you use during the month. I mean, it's just, there it is. There you paid for the month. That's what you get. And Lewis is in the house now, and he's dropping it that he's been a member for 11 months. And does it say here particular? Yeah, he's a prepper level. That's the beginning level. That's 99 cents a month, guys. So we have a limited amount of time for water until the generators run out. Been trying to get the city to get a grant to put in a tower like Firth across the road, the highway does. They got a tower. They pump it up, fill up the tower, and they turn off their generator. Pumps turn off until it gets to a certain level in the tower. And the pressure down below goes, time to pump it up, and they fill up the tower again. That way the pump's not running all the time. Anyways, I'm trying to get them to get a grant for that. But as far as you guys goes, if you're in a city and the city's water is all pumped, pressurized system, then you got problems if the power goes out. If your city has tanks, like where my wife is, there's a big, huge 300,000-gallon tank up on the hill, and it's about 75 feet higher than us, and we have, well, I think we got like 85 pounds pressure at the house in there in California. It's going to take quite a while for it to run out of water, even with the power out. So just some ground things to consider on this. Let's go to the next one here. So options are, I'm going to make myself small again. One, just different things on it. Got a little kit operating. It has a little push pedal on it. So you put the stuff in there, you push it, and it agitates it, and it works it, and it gets, I'm not sure which ways it turns it around to wash it, but yeah. So it washes stuff. And then you got to rinse it. And generally what happens is, I'm not sure if you got to dump all the water out and then dump more water into it. Some of these I'm just not too thrilled about. There's another thing here I'd rather go with as we go along here. That's me personally. The wife may say, heck no, we're going to do something else. How would you know if it has tanks or pumps? Well, is there a big tank up in there, a tower? That's one thing. Like Kaylin said, they got a few water towers around their city. Or where my wife is. Hang on a second. Let me. I'm going to do something to give you guys some something here. Let me pull this over here. CONT. Water District Utility Company. Okay, so I'm going to let you see what I'm doing. Sorry, this is what we're on the Contra Costa Water District there, and they got treatment plants and everything else. And I'm trying to see if it shows. It's not going to show it. It's not going to show the tanks. Any of the tanks on the hill. So we're going to do something else here. We're going to go up this, and we're going to go. Martinez, California. And we're going to go back here to this page here. I'm going to take you in and show you what a tank looks like. I know City Walnut Creek, which is on East Bay Mud, East Bay Municipal Utility District, has tanks. And let me zoom right on in to the house. Oh, there's the house. Opening maps. Come on, zoom back in there. And so I'm going to go this view, and I'm going to bring it right over here. This here under construction was my friend's property. And come on, where? Come on, what did they do with it? Let's see here. There's one of the water tanks right there. And so let me see if I can get down to the surface street over here to get a good shot at it. Which way is I looking here? Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it from up there. If I move to a clear, there's the top of the tank, right up there. There's the water tank. And so those are the type of tanks they have around here. So that, if you see tanks, usually they're tan or white, and they try to make it blend in like that. So, yeah. There's I don't see the other one showing. They must have, I think they, can't find the other one. Oh, anyways, let me get rid of that. But yeah, so tanks and stuff like that. If you see, fire department may or may not know. The water district themselves would know. Yeah. Yeah, here all tanks are above ground, put on top of hills. Because it's, in California, here any tanks are up on the things up in the air. But tanks, the water tanks usually are above ground. If they're underground, then it's a pump system, and all the tanks are like cisterns. Hey, Denier, how's it going? But yeah, so having water, and if you do something like this is one of the ones you can do. I'm not a big thrill that. This is a DIY one, and why is it not working? Why is it not working here? It's supposed to be working. Anyway, it was supposed to be a GIF where the kid's cranking it. You can see it going around and stuff. So your clothes go into one, and it has a little door on it. You open it up, put the clothes in, they slosh around, and they get clean. That's one way of doing it. If you're going to be doing it, if you're going to be going off grid by choice, or if you just happen to have one of these for emergencies and stuff, always goes down. Okay, what's CR saying here? And limited wash water, less dirties to the most dirty. Yeah, so you wash the cleanest stuff first, and you get to the dirtiest stuff, and then you may have to re-rinse the dirtiest stuff, later on. And of course, even in that situation, you're probably going to be saving that water to flush toilets with. All right, let's see what we got here. Here's some, if you're going, some people get this stuff just to have it for emergencies, being all prepared and stuff. And every now and then they practice with it. There are some people, that's just the way they clean their clothes. And a couple of them have that funky little plunger thing there. You can see another one here to agitate the clothes while you're doing it. Outdoor way of doing stuff. I'm not sure exactly what this rolling pin thing with the bumpity thing is on it, but that's probably the same way as the old washboard for wearing out the clothes while you're cleaning them. Of course, there's a washboard up in the upper one. There's your regular washboard, and that's to agitate the clothes going over it. Problem is, it also wears out clothes quicker when you're scrubbing them on something. And there's sometimes where they just have the washboard, but they don't rub it on the washboard. They have a brush, and they kind of scrub on it with a brush. Okay. Okay, I got to get here to see what's going on. A whole bunch of people just commented here, so I got to get Judy, welcome. Yeah, my wife does have to collect water there in Contra Costa County because the water bill is so insanely expensive. Thank you, Mr. Great Nuisance, the governor of California. Seen the 12-volt tub that goes into cigarette lighter. No, I haven't seen a 12-volt wash tub. Is that on Amazon? Because if it is, I'll bring it up. Butch says, spell. I got something coming up here, some pictures that work on that same type principle here. Yes, use the salad spinner. There's that salad spinner washer one too that you put one or two articles in, and that's it. Yeah. Trying to keep up on the comments here, folks. We had, all right, the house across the street when I bought it, they had outdoor clotheslines, but they also had an electric dryer over there. And the first thing I did on that property, since there was gas to the furnace, I went downstairs and I did and we put in a gas dryer. So much cheaper than electric. So much cheaper. Oh, and the house across the street, they also had clothesline that's hung up in the basement. However, they had a problem over there, and I had to fix that too. They had water intruding into the basement. Sometimes there was 6 inches of water in the basement because the slope was towards the house instead of away from the house. Rain Country has two. Yeah. Yeah, I got some other alternatives for clotheslines here too coming up here. My grandmother had a washboard. She had one of those big double sink things that are big monster things. double sinks in the laundry room. She had the washer, and the washer would dump into one of the sinks and stuff. If something was really nasty, she might try washing it by hand, greasy or whatever, before she put it into the washing machine. Never on the dryer that old. Yeah. Okay, I'm just reading comments here. I got okay, and take it down here. All right, hang on here. I'm reading comments here. Mother says, and CB is in the house. We got CR and CB. Just as long as we don't get C4. Just found them on Google. Got to do a check for them here in a little bit there, Aiden there. I use my regular wash machine. When our power goes out, I just have to lower the drain hose to drain it out. Yeah. Am I down? Okay, I'm caught up on the things here pretty much. Yeah. Oh, mom's trying to vent the cellar. Was helped them winter time in the cellar being a dirt floor. Yeah. Okay. Shoot, I forgot to save that one picture. I'll pull it up for you. The background picture here, let me see if I can do it this way. Now it's not showing too good. Is the you can see right over here some clothes frozen in the wintertime on the line. Hey Randy, how's it going? John's Life, welcome. All right, so let's go to the next one here real quick here. All right, this is one of the ones I've seen where basically they put it in a bag and have a little thing on top to make the bag go up and down as they plumb it, to wash stuff, using a 5-gallon bucket. You use, like, if you have a pair of Levi's, you use one pair of Levi's in it. So, you put a bunch of socks, several shirts and stuff in it like that. But this is a unique one. And it won't pump the water out, but it will. You got to drain the water. That's why they got up on things, so they drain it into the bucket. But you can sit there and pedal away while you read your book, and you can get your clothes washed using a tumble washer instead of a agitator. And this is much safer on the clothes. Keeps the clothes going a whole bunch longer. All right, I was waiting. I thought CR was going to come up. Yes, freeze-dried laundry outside. Yeah. All right. Back to the actual water again. Water's going to be an issue no matter what. So hanging for drying, yeah, clotheslines are good in the summertime. And some people even use these, instead of using the clotheslines, they have the little racks you can put up. And these racks can be used indoors as well. Oh, look at that. So many things you can hang on there. A different type one. Okay, so I got to pull something else up here for you guys. We'll drop that down. Get into the main screen. Down to the end here. Why isn't there? It is. Okay, this is the background behind this. You can see the orange behind me, so you know what I'm using there. Yeah, frozen stiff as a board. All right, let me go in here and Google 12-volt antifroze. Okay, I put in 12-volt washing machine. This is what came up. So you got some of these ones like this. And I just remembered Martha, old school prepper. She's down in Mexico right now, and they take one down there like that. That just they roll it around, and that's how they use that to wash with. Compact portable washer and dryer. Ultrasonic mini washing one. Several videos on different ones and stuff for doing it. But all right, now what am I missing here? Okay, we got using a drill agitator. There are some you can get. There are plunger ones you can get, and they usually say they sell they'll say get a 5-gallon bucket from Lowe's, whatever. Heck, you can pick up a 15-gallon barrel with a removable lid, and that works so much better if you can be out there plunging, and you can wash more clothes with that. Let's see here. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm just trying to catch all the comments here. Yeah, Suzanne needs element for her thing. Yeah. If you have a wood burning stove, I have those little fans that are heat powered by the stove itself, and I circulate when I'm using the wood burning stove and not the furnace. I'll circulate stuff around. But hang on a second, I got to show you guys something. I got to go over here. Got to turn on the light in the other room here. Okay, so one of the things I was doing here to get humidity in the house using the furnace, so I'm taking this around. There's one of those racks over the dryer vent there. I got 2 towels on there, and I would get the towels. I'd get them wet, and then I would hang them up there. And I got to the point where instead of taking them off to get wet, I just had a big old glass, and I'll dribble a couple cups of water on it, and it's damp for the day, and it was bringing the humidity up in here. But those work just over a dryer vent. Works cheaper, since it's blowing the warm air around anyways. It helps dry stuff and helps not to use the dryer. And when I was washing all the towels, hand towels and everything else, that's what I did. Just hung all the hand towels around rather than using the electric dryer, and that's how I dried it here. Yeah, there are the pulley lines. Oh, I can imagine that. Yeah, some tanks, if they're not rusting and they've been kept painted and stuff, yeah, and if they're that old and they don't have that stupid float valve, you get a couple more gallons of propane in them. Well, yeah, that's what I did. I just Googled 12-volt washing machine. I got all the ones that were 12 volt there showing up. It depends on what it's doing for you. That's where another way I was going to go with was on that 2600 watt Blue Eddy. You'd have to check to see what the watt draw is on your washing machine. If it is, and if it just plugs into a 15 amp breaker, yes, you can do it. There's a 15 amp breaker at 120 volts is like 700 and some odd watts. Sorry, 1750 watts or something like that. So if you got the 2600 Blue Eddy, yeah, you can do that. You'll probably just be able to run one wash load, because that's also depending on the size of the battery. If you got a 2600 watt inverter with a 2600 watt hour battery, yeah, it'll run. You may get 2 loads out of it. Yeah. Exactly. That's why you have one. You get one of the ones that are the washing plungers that they won't work in a toilet. So you just get one of those. Yeah, I would like to get the ringer system, one just to have just for laughs and giggles. There is a 3-point PTO generator that you can hook up to hook up on your 3-point hitch for your John Deere, and it'll run a generator. They actually have some that are welders that'll hook on there, and they'll provide 120, 120, 240, and you can weld with it as well too. Gil's moving the world made my brain go weird for a second. Yeah. RV clothes washers. All right, let me do RV clothes washer. RV clothes washer. Boom. Let's see what sort of images it pops up here. No, all right. First thing it gives me here is the this is the Camping World, so that's for an RV, stackable, and yeah. But if I go images, yeah, so you see some of the ones that are in set up in RVs and stuff, and plain old stacking ones. Now, sometimes the newer ones, they're putting in 120 volts, and they have an inverter to run it off the battery. But yeah. Okay. Let's go down. I'm just catching up on the chat here. Yeah, I got an N9, so mine's even older. Yeah, but it's and those things being gasoline, you can also run if you tune them right, you can run a little alcohol in there. Electric 101. Yeah. Oh, the spin mop bucket. Yeah. Exactly. That's a good thing. You can, small loads, but you can do it in that. Yeah. And especially if you got the system, I mean, if you got the solar panels and you got one of the systems to do things, hang on here. put it here? Hang on, let me see if I can find it here. Come on, where did I put it? Where did I put it? Did I put it in there? Yeah. So if you got it, the system, you can, one of these things. This is a 2400 watt 2400 one with a 20,840 watt hour battery, but then it also has the expansion batteries for it as well. And so, yeah, if you had this with the 3 expansion batteries, yeah, you can do a lot of you can't use any electric stuff. I wish I thought of it and tried getting hold of I just lost it. Oh, he's gonna beat on me. Hidden Valley Homestead. His wife's name's Olivia. I'm just losing it here. Anyways, they're off grid. They are off grid. They have a propane tank, big one, and they get it filled late September before the first snows. They get filled, but they have wood burning stoves and stuff. The propane is for water heating and for their clothes dryer in the wintertime. Summertime, they hang it out. Wintertime, they have a propane dryer. And so, anyways, yeah, so that they're off grid. They have a washing machine, and one of the most efficient ones they could get. And then they have a propane dryer for the wintertime, like I said. But yeah, they're doing they've been doing it, and they've been up there for geez. I think they got up there before or just in the middle of the pandemic. Yeah. The only time watts change is by the draw of the motor. Yeah. I'm just reading comments here. Got a new mop bucket that rings, and the plunger along with the scrub board. Yeah. There are electric washers that are small. Yeah, you can get little ones. You don't have to get big monster ones. And that's the thing too. If you are off grid or the power's down for some reason, you don't have to do big loads. If you have a small one, you can do small loads. I mean, it was I can't remember my mom had went from the big top load to a small front load because they were using the big loads and stuff trying to get my dad's clothes clean, and I agitated a big one. It was running so long to try to get the clothes clean that it was wearing out the jeans. So they went and got a front load one, and it worked so much better because she did smaller loads. You could just toss the jeans in there and run it, and the stuff that shirts and stuff like that, toss it in on a short time, and it works. And that's the thing too. If you have a good one that has the timer for the wash cycle, that works too. I think a bug got in my eye here, guys. One of the gnats just stinging here. Ugh. Kids were going in and out all day here. All right, Wendy. The hard knock farms some stuff to do. But yeah, the depends. How often does the power go out in your area? Are you planning on being totally off grid all the time? Is it or are you just worried about power grid going down for a while? You're worried about summer brownouts and power outages. You're worried about wintertime outages with the power lines being iced up and brought down. These are all things you got to figure out, what is it you want to do and work on it. Now, with the, bring this other one back up here. Start with this one here. Bring this slideshow back up. With something like these, some people do use these indoors. A lot of them kind of goes outdoors because it gets, water splashes everywhere. Some, especially if the kids get really agitated, trying to get it clean so they get done fast so they go play. Yeah, they're kid powered as well. But a lot of people do it outdoors. Indoor cleaning is, gets haphazard. So, when we're cleaning indoors, it's that. Oh, what about ironing? Ironing. Okay, let's see. And see if it brings it up here right. Oh, there we go. All right. So, $24 use on eBay, $47 on eBay, $25 on eBay, $12 on eBay, $39 on eBay. Oh, then we got the this is the one where these here are the ones where you open it up and you put the coal, the hot coals inside, so you're ironing with the hot coals. And then it has a metal rack it sits on. So yeah, there's I like this. What is an old-fashioned iron called? An iron or a box iron. But yeah, there's all sorts of different ones and different things. So but generally they would set it down on the wood burning stove and let it heat up from there. I don't see the racks, them showing the racks for it. Oh, here's one with the racks on it. But a rack there. Different shaped ones and stuff. So yeah. Now you can find them around, just look for them. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Suzanne. That's yeah. That's why a lot of things are outside near the wash lines, or they're closer to it. World's gone down the toilet. Last thing I'm doing is ironing. Yeah. Uh, we iron our jeans when we wanted to wear go. If there's school dance, and we don't want to wear church clothes to the school dance. We'd iron our best looking blue jeans. I'm not sure where the term sad iron came from, but I think it was when they came out with electric irons, all the old ones became sad irons because you're sad you're still ironing with the old one. You don't have a new one. That's where a lot of people used them for. Once they got an electric iron, the old cast irons got used as door stops. You know what? I just realized I got to talk to my wife. My mother-in-law has a couple irons she uses in her Victorian house as door stops because they're cute. Yeah, before permanent press, I used to have to iron my church shirt and iron several other things too. But sometimes you just want to look snappy, so you'd iron the shirt. All right. So let's see. Water issues, collecting water to wash in. Get rid of that one. There are ways to, you don't have electricity, you can go to boy power or girl power if you got a bunch of girls and no boys. Water issues, and we're going back outside. Okay. "3D print and swap." Oh yeah, my wife for quilting, she irons all the time to get everything nice and flat and everything when she goes to pin it and sew it. Yeah, she irons before she sews. And when she was making the wedding dresses for her bridesmaids, oh yeah, it was iron, and sew. Can pouring rain actually wash or rinse clothes? It depends on how hard it's raining. If you're in a category 4 or 5 hurricane and it's not blowing crap around, it's just blowing rain around, yeah, it'll clean, it'll rinse clothes really well. And as Boy Scouts learned, yeah, you get your new neckerchief, you wash it, you take it out of the dryer early before it's dry and it's still wet, a little wet, and you iron that puppy, to get it absolutely the right triangle square on it. Then you start instead of just rolling it up, you do your first couple. You get a dowel, you roll up a little bit, you stop, you run the iron over the dowel, you pull the dowel out, and you flatten it down, and you start folding the rest of them. You can tell which scout takes the time to do their neckerchiefs. Yeah, we know you sew, but now you got to learn to iron, CR. Come that Iron Man. That's going to make a great meme. Mark, make up a meme for Iron Man. Why Tony Stark really wasn't keen on the name Iron Man? And show him with an apron, a picture of Iron Man with an apron on ironing. Ironically. Anyways, yeah. Oh, for those that were watching Rebel Canners live earlier when I was on there, I got done jarring up the 10 pounds of ground beef that I cooked overnight in the crock pot. There was 2 quarts of liquid added to it, of broth added to it as it cooked it. So a quart is usually 2 pounds of ground beef when you go to pack it. I wound up with 6 3/4 jars full, but I had some more of the ground beef I'd done a couple days ago in the fridge. So I took it out, mixed it up, and added it to it. Now they're on the fridge waiting until I get ready to do canning either tomorrow or Saturday. But they're in the fridge, and I used I got Kerr jars. I used the lids on there. I went and bumped one of the lids and went dink, and it stayed down. They're not like the old good ones like my mom had. I got like 144 in boxes in a case. I got probably about 105 boxes left. Oh, curtains, yes. I remember how when the curtains got washed, my grandmother made us iron the curtains before they went back up. Tablecloths got ironed. The sheets got ironed too before you put them on the bed. KP Heathen, welcome. All right, so coming up here now. Oh, and when I do go to can that stuff, either tomorrow or Saturday, I'll probably start early. Start like 8 o'clock my time, which is 10 o'clock Eastern, and do the I may start at 8 o'clock my time and do a live stream while it's while I'm doing the canning. All right, so coming up here, let me get the up here. All right, so Thursday is the midnight ride. Froze 10 o'clock Eastern for the midnight ride. Friday on Camp Patton is cheap stuff that does the job. That was a recommended topic. Saturday here on GrayManPrepping is Reality Check 2025. Oh, I've come across all sorts of stuff around Reality Check on that. Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound is canned food for the elderly. I think we may expand upon that to more just canned food for the elderly. Next Tuesday here is over-the-counter stockpile, vitamins, minerals, painkillers, etc. And then we got some other stuff coming up here. It's going to be interesting. Emailed, huh? Hang on. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, let's see what we got here. I am Iron Man. Not what I was going for, but yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I remember ironing sheets because the stuff would come out of the be pulled out of the dryer. If it went too long in the dryer, it wound up wrinkly coming out because it was dried wrinkly, even though it was tumbling, or it got pulled out early when it was still slightly damp. Then that was you could iron that without having to use the steam on it. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming by. Hopefully you got some ideas from it. If you need more questions answered, down in the bottom of the description is the email. You can email me your questions at, and I will answer them back to you. And hopefully I'll see you Thursday night for the midnight ride. Take care, everyone. Where is it? There it is.